A record of the past. Stop with the replay stuff. That one. I got Warren's hat on. Hello, Penny. Professor McGonagall summoned us here for an announcement. Do you know what's going on? Everyone seems rather on edge. There's something else I'm wondering about too. Where's Professor Dumbledore? No one's seen him in a while. That's true. Maybe nothing. I hope it's nothing. I have rather grave news to share. For your safety and safety of your peers, listen closely. There's a mysterious magical affliction at Hogwarts. Even Professor Dumbledore has been affected. Professor McGonagall says it doesn't seem to be contagious or fatal, I know, but they still haven't found a cure. And the hospital room is filling up. I don't know what to think. How do you feel about this? I feel intrigued. The mysterious element at Hogwarts sounds like something I need to get to the bottom of. The mysterious affliction may explain why the Great Hall is so empty. I hope he hasn't been affected yet. Students at Hogwarts faculty is doing everything they can to resolve this issue. Pay close attention to your health and report to the hospital wing should you feel the need. And I'll go to the hospital wing and see if he's a patient. There's Ben. If he's been affected by the mysterious affliction, I need to talk to him and find out what happened. Hello, Mr. Dan. Hello. Visitors are not allowed in the wing at this time. Madame Pomfrey is still petrified. It's difficult enough trying to fill the void. And now we have got this mysterious affliction to worry about. But I do have a good reason to be here. What reason is that? I'm just checking on my friend. I want to talk to him and see if he's alright. I might learn something useful to help stop this affliction. If you must, I will allow you to visit with your friend for a brief moment. When I return, I expect you to be gone. Hello, Ben. It's nice to see you. I'm afraid I've fallen under the same mysterious affliction that's affected Hogwarts. You first started to feel strange while speaking with Ambrosius Flum in Hogsmeade. We were talking about Sirius, but then we started to hear strange music. I can, it's faint, but it's never left my head, not since I started feeling this way. Hearing this music, when the slight stinging sensation began, it was quite bothersome. I'm grateful for your visit, don't worry about me, just try to not get afflicted. If the other students alone, I allow you a visit a patient, I'll be overrun with visitors. Must make space for Miss Karasu. She just came in with a severe case of a mysterious affliction. Now, if I can get to the bottom of this first, Ben said he was talking to Flume when he first got it. I should go to Honeydukes and talk to Mr. Flume myself. I didn't expect to see you here. Flume's affected as well, eh? should be a cause for celebration. It doesn't feel that way right now. Picking up sweets is all I can do to help people suffering. There may be more you can do. I learned from Ben that he was in Hogsmeade talking to Mr. Flume when he first felt the symptoms. That certainly sounds more important than picking up a few sweets. Let's pick up some sweets and talk to Mr. Flume. Chocolate frogs. Our friends may enjoy comparing the cards they get once they have finished the chocolates. I wonder which wizard you'll get. Apologies for not greeting you earlier. I'm not feeling myself. That's it. Precisely, it's so bad that I was just about to close for the day. We can help you close your shop. I would appreciate that immensely. Forgive me if I wax poetry? What? Poetic on the nature of this strange affliction as we go. You're all closed up, so thank you so much. Your help has eased my mind. I learned a few interesting things about the magical affliction too. You said that Madame Osmota felt it before you, and that affliction is also in Godric's Hollow. I should talk to Madame Osmota next. I heard she's trying to work despite it all. You should see what you can find out. So I'll go back to Hogwarts and deliver our chocolate frogs. Thank you, Mr. Flume. Good luck to you both. Just be careful. It's time to see what I can learn from Madame Osmota. Hello, good to see you. I'll take your order in a moment. I'm afraid I'm not at my best. I'm looking into this mysterious magical affliction that's spreading through Hogsmeade and Hogwarts. I'll help you clean the three broomsticks for you. You shouldn't have to work in your condition. Thank you. Now I can finally relax a bit. I'm glad to help, Madame Osmota. While I was cleaning, you said you have felt this magical affliction before. I did many years ago in darker times. It was shown the rise of he who must not be named. I suppose now we would call it the Wizarding Rule. Sounds like there's a connection between the magical afflictions and Wizarding Rule. You may be right, though I certainly hope not. Some things are better left in the past. No one wants to see he who must not be named return. I'm happy to answer a question about the rule, but after that I should go home and rest. Did you ever find a cure for the magical affliction? One morning we woke up to learn he who must not be named had been defeated. Thanks for speaking with me. I don't know if the return of this blasted affliction is a coincidence or a harbinger for something else. I should go to the library and study up. I couldn't find any on magical afflictions, like the one going around Hogwarts. Your presence is a distraction. I'm trying to study. Let me guess, you're looking for a solution that's affecting Hogwarts, am I right? If you must know, yes, I think its affliction may be connected to the Wizarding Rule during the rise of you-know-who. If I can discover the origins of the affliction, I might learn how to stop it. It happens that I'm also looking into the magical affliction. I have already gathered all the library's best resources on magical afflictions, so that's why I couldn't find any books on the subject. I can understand these books perfectly well, you know that. Then we'll quiz each other to find out who knows the most. I suppose that way we'd be sharing resources as well. Find something about the rise of you-know-who that you think I wouldn't know. I've decided what questions to ask you. Let's see if you get stumped. What spell causes the target to break out into a song? I don't know if you're joking or not. Oh shit. Cantus. Yeah, I knew that. Who was the Minister for Magic when the war began? Afraid not. Harold Minchump took over as minister a few years later. If it wasn't Minchump, then tell me who it was. Who was the Ministry of Magic beginning of the war? Let me check my notes. Well, I don't give a creep. Silver's so right for being weak. You lost this one. Not only did I stump you, but you didn't get your own question right. I still know more about the rise of you-know-who than you do. I even know several people who fought in the war personally, and not just McGonagall and Dumbledore. Everyone knows those two played a part in the war, but there are many others too. Perhaps I can learn more about the affliction by asking those who fought in the war themselves. Hello, Professor. I have a few moments before my next class. I'm trying to learn more about this magical affliction. Now, even my friends Ben and Tulip have gotten it. There's a fine line between keeping students informed and fueling unnecessary rumors. Do you doubt our capabilities? Yes, I do. The Hogwarts faculty is already overwhelmed. The affliction is serious. You need all the help you can get. When you have so little faith in your professors, but I assure you that we can handle matters occurring within the halls of the school. The mysterious affliction is limited to Hogwarts. It's all over Hogsmeade. Mr. Flume said it's in Godric Hollows too. You discovered all that by yourself. I should know how not to underestimate you. I know you were part of the Wizarding War. Can you tell me about your experiences? I want to understand what happened from your perspective. It sounds like you lost a lot of people you cared about. I did. They were beloved students, old friends, and many more who had never harmed anyone. But those of us who could resist did everything in our power to stand up for what was right. It was important to never give up. Thank you for sharing your experiences. You mentioned Dumbledore's brother Aberforth. Do you think he could help us get to the bottom of this mysterious affliction? As acting headmistress, I haven't had the chance. I do recall him speaking of magical afflictions in the past. I'll go talk to him and see what I can find out. But I urge you to be wary. This affliction truly originated during those evil times. We could be dealing with dark magic. Do not take unnecessary risks. I'll know if you do, and good luck. Now, as we did then, all of us must pull together. It's time for me to return to Hogsmeade and see Aberforth Dumbledore. As the dark and dingy as always, the perfect place to gather information. This isn't the best time for friendly visit. I suggest you get your butterbeer elsewhere. I'm looking into the magical affliction that's spreading through Hogwarts and Hogsmeade too. I think it may be connected to a similar affliction from the days when you know who was on the rise. This magical affliction is dangerous, is more than you know. Fair enough. I was hoping you might know something about magical afflictions from back then. But be warned, you may not like what you think an old enemy from the Wizarding World is responsible for this affliction. The curse may have become dormant when the one who created it fled or hid away. They are back, and so is this wicked creation. Do you have any evidence to back up your theory? My only evidence is my experience, so I've got quite a bit of that. Do you find my theory hard to believe? No, I don't find it hard to believe at all. It's not a surprise that such a wicked affliction could be the work of a dark witch or wizard, but it does leave many open questions, like why someone who was in hiding for so long would suddenly return. The affliction has spread through Hogwarts and Hogsmeade. It's even reached Godric's Hollow. If you can track down the earliest victims, you may be able to find the source. How will I get all the way over there? Godric's Hollow is nowhere near Hogwarts. Thanks, Elberforth. It's been some time since my last trip to Godric's Hollow. You'll find out soon enough. Just remember that once you are there, you'll be on your own. Try to stay out of trouble. Whoever created this curse is sure to be dangerous. Dumbledore. Every time I come here, something mysterious is afoot. I thought he had the affliction and Mundungus Fletcher. I thought Mundungus was shoulder. You're a long way from Hogwarts. Then again, I suppose that's true for both of us. I appreciate your concern, but with Hogwarts in danger, I will not rest until this crisis is dealt with. I was checking with an old acquaintance regarding matters of the past. I've been doing a bit of investigating too. I hope he isn't suffering from the affliction. That's a relief to hear. If he did become affected, I'm afraid he would never inform me himself. Why are you investigating the magical affliction that could expose you to danger? Until they are healthy and safe again. It seems we are similar minds in this matter. Thinks the magical affliction is a curse from the Wizarding World brought on by a dark witch or wizard. In fact, I may have identified the nature of the curse in question. So the affliction is a curse called the Frequency, a variant of the Stinian Hex. Correct, it's a remnant of the Wizarding World, one that has laid dormant all these years. You said you believe the curse was spread by the enchanted object. We can stop the curse, that's enough. I hear music. Uh-oh. I suddenly felt a sting. This is the most worrisome. You have been affected by the freaking sting. You must return to Hogwarts immediately. No excuses, your headmaster has spoken. If you wish to continue your investigation, you'll have to do it from the hospital inn. Hello again. Hi Ben, how are you feeling? I'm hanging in there, but my symptoms have gotten more severe. Both Tulip even fell unconscious. It doesn't hit everyone the same. Tulip was unlikely and that started severe with her. From what I can tell, there haven't been any new cases lately, just people whose conditions have worsened. Perhaps it would help to review what you have learned so far. I even went to Godric's Hollow and found Professor Dumbledore. Based on what I've learned so far, this affliction is actually a curse called the Frankenstein. It's a remnant of the Wisdom War. It's dormant. It was dormant for many years, but now it's back. The fact that it's happening again means the Dark Witcher wizard who created it has most likely returned. If dark times like those are coming back, muggle bones like me will be at risk, and here I am stuck in a hospital, and if the curse comes from an enchanted object, like you say, someone's got to find it. I'll be going out to find anything in your condition. If I can find out where the curse is coming from, we may be able to stop this. But I can still help. My symptoms aren't severe yet. They'll only get worse over time. All that came from of it was you getting the affliction yourself. I'll tell you what I've learned so far, and you'll see what's that you've got to let me. Professor McGonagall, I've already learned many important things about the Frankenstein and its origins. If you let me continue my investigation, I may find another way to stop it. Your efforts have not been fruitless, but I hesitate to expose you to further danger. If I allow you to go, can I trust you keep yourself out of harm's way? Yes, you can trust me. I'll be extra cautious. My symptoms are mild for now. If I stay here, they'll only worsen, and I'll be of no help to anyone. Your conditions does appear less severe than the other students. I will take your arguments into consideration. More afflicted students have come in with worsened symptoms. I will see if any students with minor symptoms are willing to return to the domes. But do not try to look after your health. But do try to look after your health. If your symptoms worsen, I implore you to rest or return here after care. Knowing that you are dealing with a curse changes things. Curses can be broken after all. I don't see anyone around. The Frankenstein is so bothersome. There's got to be something here that can help me break the curse. Professor Snape, wait, what are you doing here? This isn't potions. You have Frankenstein too, Professor Snape. I don't know how you learned the name of the curse, but I don't expect me to be impressed. This is old dangerous business. What are your intentions in poking your nose into the wizarding world? I want to break the curse affecting Hogwarts and so many of my friends. That's just the sort of heroic drive I expect from you. It happens that I'm also contracted with this affliction. You have got to tell me what you know before it's too late. Blasted freaking stin. Scandalous, isn't it? I suppose there's no sense in keeping certain aspects of the coast a secret, not anymore. Now listen closely, I know how to break the coast. The object spread in the Creston is a musical instrument or something that can be produced to sound. That explains how music fits into this. The target will then hear the music in their head and feel the sting for as long as the coast is maintained. It was much the same in the war. Those who were afflicted back then now feel those symptoms returning. How do you know so much about this? I have already revealed too much. What matters is finding the object that is spread in the coast. Unfortunately, it will be well hidden and guarded, even though the headmaster hasn't found it yet. Professor Dumbledore is in Godric's Hollow. Many events happen in Godric's Hollow. That gives me a place to start. Now, if we only knew where it was hidden during the war, then we should go talk to a historian. Of course, Bathilda Bagshot, the author of A History of Magic. I have even been to her house. There's no greater authority on the history of Godric's Hollow than her. It's time to go back to Godric's Hollow. I hope Bathilda Bagshot is home. You just walked in without her being home. Mr. Dan, hello again. My apologies. I like the energy for social graces, and the stin and knot could ever be so annoying. I see you know of it. The old coast from the Risen in the War has returned. You should leave. Godric Hollow isn't safe. Students shouldn't try to take dangerous matters into their own hands. Because even Professor Dumbledore has been affected by the coast. He's searching for answers in Godric's Hollow just like me. I may know a bit about the Creston, but I do not know if it will be helpful. You have done a bit of investigating, I see. You have outlined a few reasons to believe that the source of the Frukenstein is in Godric's Hollow. The first reason is that it is where it was originally appeared during the Risen War. It spread to other areas later, but then the proliferation suddenly stopped. Those who were already afflicted saw the symptoms worsen, but no new cases were reported. Precisely for a time, new cases appeared here and continued until you know who was defeated. The effects of the Frukenstein stopped for everyone, at least until now. Could that be because the one responsible was captured or fled? This is the sort of course one must maintain with conscious efforts. If a Death Eater were captured or fled Britain, they would no longer be able to maintain the course. It's true they proudly proclaimed their intentions and left to become Death Eaters. It would not surprise me if they were the ones behind all of this. Only the surname Grimlacken. Be wary if one were to cross the path. What you have told me about the source of the coast being the object that emits sound is also intriguing. It tells us something crucial about how a Frukenstein works and how the enemy wields it. That means the target has to be within listening range. Of course, someone must have taken the coast object to Hogsmeade to spread the coast, but Ben said there weren't any new cases lately. That could mean the coast object is no longer there. If the source of the coast will return to Godric's Hollow, it would follow the same strategy from the war. Then they return to Godric's Hollow and go into hiding, allowing those already afflicted to suffer. Indeed, and only by quieting the coast object sound will you stop the Fukenstein. I need to find an object that can emit sound and can be moved without attracting attention. Could be a flute. We lost too many good-hearted people in the war. I'd hate to lose any more. Time to search Godric's Hollow. Going to Bagshot, the source of the coast may be hidden in Godric's Hollow. It won't be easy while this strange song keeps playing in my head. Hey, over here. That's the lady. It's in the baby carriage. No, I feel perfectly fine. Don't play coy now. You look like one who is hearing strange music. You know a lot. Is that what you are feeling? But I can tell when someone is suffering from the Fukenstein. It seems my little coast is working as just as intended. Belida, Grimlickin at your surface. I'm honored she remembered me and your Darkostain. I've been watching you, most amusing. Now you've gotten a bit too close for comfort. I can't have a little trope like you interfering with my plan. Let's get it. Alright, just one more. Fuck. Did I just lose? Oh, ho, 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 ho. Spelliarmus. Defeated by a Hogwarts student, the shame that wasn't easy. I'm still trying to catch my breath. Now it's time for some answers. Tell me how you stop the Fukenstein. It's time for you to reveal a plan. You have proven your strength. We could use more like you on our side. If I explain my brilliance and my plan, I can convince you to join me. Your husband invented the Fukenstein, but he was captured at the end of the war. Poor Antony. He deserved better than this. He's in Azkaban now, assuming he's even still alive. He was a rare genius, able to understand the ways of wizards and muggles. How does it work? Why does the Fukenstein get worse over time? Sound has strange properties. The right frequency can be made to build upon itself. The Fukenstein is no different. Every time the sound loops in your head, its powers is amplified. The coast become dormant after your husband was arrested. Why did you bring it back? Not just on the likes of Dumbledore, but on my former Death Eater's allies, too. The Dark Lord did not approve of my husband's use of Muggle technology in his experiments. After Antony created the Fukenstein, we were ostracized from the Death Eaters. How do I stop the Fukenstein? I'm not about to reveal all my secrets. With only the slightest effort, I can maintain the coast and watch it drive my enemies mad. But now it's my turn to ask a question. What do you think of my plan? Your plan is pointless. Your revenge will gain you nothing. It won't bring your husband back. All you are doing is causing more pain. I take it this means you won't be joining me. I don't think so. Tell your headmaster that your blood is on his hands. He will remember the Grimlickin. Now I'd better be going before he finds us here. You took my wand, but not mine. You took a wand, but not mine. That wand was my husband's. I figured I'd go easy on you and test your abilities. You won't be so lucky next time. I had to hold a commotion. I believe you are supposed to be resting. I just spoke to the one behind the coast. I haven't heard that name in some time. Once we are somewhere safe, you can tell me everything you have learned. You have a difficulty following directions as a student suffering from the freaking stin you were supposed to rest in the hospital in. And the information I discovered felt too important to ignore. Perhaps we are of a kind, you and I, and we cannot stand by as others suffer. It seems your investigation has yielded results. It was Behilda Grimlickin. She says she's getting revenge for her husband Antony's capture. The knowledge you have acquired may be crucial to protecting Hogwarts. Everything you have said confirms my suspicions. I must report this to the Ministry at once. While I did not encounter Antony myself, I and a few old friends were instrumental in his capture. Seems so. Her revenge is causing harm to many innocents. She must be stopped. The Ministry will have hit wizards combine in Coleman Godric's Hollows soon enough. I'm glad I was able to discover something useful. The fact about the Creston is spread via sound from the coast object is crucial revelation. That's great, but it won't help those who are already affected by the cure. Ow. I felt the sting again. You are not alone. I feel my own afflictions worsening too. You have done well, but I remain concerned about your participation in this dangerous situation. Because we're all in this together, just like in the war, we will all have to cooperate to succeed. You two stay at Hogwarts and leave this matter to the Ministry, but this is an extraordinary situation, and I know you won't stand by as your friends suffer. I must confer with the faculty. We will implement measures to protect Hogwarts and Hogsmeade from the Crestine immediately. Freakinston. To help stay safe, I'll take someone I trust with me to watch my back. Thanks for inviting me. I've been wanting to do more to help. Of course, together we'll find the source of the Freakenstein curse and stop it. Oh shit. This is bad. We need to help this person off the... The stinning is suddenly far worse. Of course it's worse. That's what happens when you tone up the volume as far as it will go. About you and the Ministry is signing hit wizards. You mean these hit wizards that intercepted the Ministry dogs and made quick work of them? Just help that woman up. I didn't think I'd see you again so soon. How do you feel now that you are helpless and without your precious headmaster? For the atonement, I'm not giving up yet. Were it not for Dumbledore, my husband and I may have taken over the magical world. A weapon like the Frankenstein is proof of our limitless potential. Some may say if we can rest in peace, that's all you need to know. Is using her own wand, and with the curses disband, Penny and I can't take her on our own. She may even let someone slip about where she hid the source of the curse. Tell me more about how you and your husband almost took over the magical world. Brihilda revealed important clues to where she hid the source for the curse. Antony's fascination with Muggle technology made him an outcast among our fellow Death Eaters. It's not as if the Ministry understood his talents. His methods would be deemed too extreme. With the Frankenstein, we had a weapon to threaten both sides. Rita and You-Know-Who was defeated, and your war ended. Not long after that, Dumbledore and his allies sniffed out our locations and alerted the Ministry. Was captured, and now my genius husband rots in Azkaban, most likely dead. That's when the Frankenstein stopped for the first time, but then you recreated his work. It took years of research and to understand Antony's theories and reactivate his curse. Eventually, I was able to perfect the Frankenstein and make it more powerful than ever. Now Dumbledore and the rest of the magical world will understand what the Grimlickins can do. The source of the curse will soon be sealed away for all eternity, and you will be forced to suffer the Frankenstein until it drives you mad. Flipendo. Now, Penny, why would you do that? Nice try, but you'll have to do better than that. I'm using my own wand this time. If you'll excuse me, I've got to seal away the source of the curse and lay this matter to rest. Just follow her. May have already told us where she's going, but not on purpose. I heard her say that she would take her secret hiding place to the grave. Brihilda Bedelia, is it Bedelia? I don't fucking know. Could hide the source of the Frankenstein in a crypt that sealed it away. I've got to go after her. You stay here and see to who else needs help. Hey, finally. See, I told you I was in a fucking baby cage. To hide the source of the Frankenstein in the crypt. She hasn't noticed me. I've got one chance to disarm her before she catches on. Spelliarmus. You were a little too cavalier bragging about your hiding place. Now that I've found where you brought the source of the curse, I can stop it for good. When the curse gramophone plays a song, anyone who hears it catches the Frankenstein. To figure out how that Muggle device works, but my superior intelligence eventually prevailed. You hit your curse gramophone in this baby carriage. All I had to do was push the carriage around with the gramophone inside, playing its wicked song. Even the lowest volume will do. Most of the victims didn't even know they were being cursed. All the better to get back at Dumbledore and his allies. You'll find that quite difficult. I've just put a host of protective enchantments on Antony's cursed gramophone. Even destroying it won't be enough. You'll just make the freaking stain stronger for those are the afflicted. I have no choice then. I surrender. You do. I wasn't expecting that. Will you lift the curse on me? I didn't think so. Nice try. Still feeling the sting, I see. What wonderful timing. Now I can get my wand back. Now you'll know what a formal Death Eater is truly capable of. Lane lock. Professor Dumbledore, Severus, be so kind as to take our guests to the ministry. Bedelia. Bedelia amplified the curse. I hoped help will come. How did you find us here? Alone, what happened to the ministry's hit wizards? Upon our arrival, we happened upon Miss Hayward helping the local residents. You have discovered the source of the curse, this antique muggle gramophone. Said she added extra magical protections to it. It won't be easy to get through them. While you do that, I'll check on Miss Hayward and see what we can do to help the local residents. Let us begin. Well done, the last magical protection has been removed. Now all that's left is to nullify the original curse. I believe Finita Incantatem will do it. Care to do the honors? I'll see what I can do. The Frankenstein is gone. To the relief of many, including myself, excellent work. Grateful and proud that you were able to find Bedelia and her secret hiding place. I'm lucky you came along. Hogwarts is lucky to have a student as brave and reliable as you. Now let us return to Hogwarts. With this crisis resolved, the students will want to celebrate. Welcome, students. I am pleased to announce that the curse affecting Hogwarts has been broken. Now that the crisis is over and those afflicted will have fully recovered, some thanks are in order. Let us thank Professor McGonagall for filling in as headmistress. Let us thank Madam Hooch for her efforts to help students in the hospital in. I would like to thank each and every one of you for your courage in this difficult time, but there is one student who deserves a special recognition. Let us all take time to celebrate this happy occasion. I'd very much like to thank Dr. Stan personally. You were brilliant. I can't believe you broke your curse from the Wizarding Rule. Thanks all. Tell us what happened when you found Bedelia. But only if you all tell me what you have been up to. Thanks everyone. It's a relief to see everyone healthy and safe again. Award. Hogwarts owes you a debt for your efforts, Mr. Dane. I was just trying to help my friends. I also learned quite a lot about the Wizarding Rule. There's much we can learn from history and those who lived it. What would you say is the most valuable lesson gained? I learned that it's always important to understand new perspectives. Everyone I spoke to about the war had their own thoughts on it. But it was only by hearing everyone's thoughts that we were able to discover how to break the curse. For many, like Bedelia, the wounds of the past never fully heal. We must stay vigilant against those who would destroy the peace we currently cherish. No matter what challenges tomorrow brings, I'm confident your future will be bright.